Good evening, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, I want to give all praises to the Most High Power. And I also want to greet the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. I pray that they bless this quick lesson this evening. I just want to make a really quick video because I was watching a video on Netflix. It was a movie called Extinction. And at first, when I watched it, I was like, this movie kind of sucks. It wasn't that good. It kind of took a couple of little twists and turns that I kind of like, this is kind of cheesy. I don't really like this. But then I kind of walked away from it. And then Spirit kind of got on me and kind of opened my eyes to a couple of things that were actually in the video. So I went back and kind of watched it again and saw quite a few little things in there about explaining the times that we're in. And I think that it's actually a good video for a lot of us to kind of take a look at and kind of watch. And what I want to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So I'm going to kind of be a little bit of a spoiler. So if you want to watch the movie first, that's cool. But I want some of you guys, if you guys see some other things in the movie that maybe I missed, to put it in the comment section to kind of see what else you guys kind of pull out of the movie. But, like I said, after I watched it the second time, I realized, it was a pretty decent movie, pretty good movie. But more so for the people who've been awakened. You're going to be able to see quite a few things that they actually put in here. And that's actually what I wanted to talk about this evening is a few of the things that I actually saw from the movie that I actually thought was pretty thought-provoking. We already understand that they know exactly who we are. Not everyone, of course, but the ones in the know exactly who we are. They know what's going on as far as prophecy is concerned. And this movie actually shows you that. And I'm going to play a little bit of the trailer and kind of stop as we kind of go through it and just kind of talk about a couple things. But like I said, as you watch it, I think you'll be able to see quite a few things that they put in this movie that will be pretty amazing that they actually kind of put this out. This kind of shows you the times that we're in. I mean, they're putting out so much information now at this point. It's a no-brainer the times that we're in, and the fact of who, the Bible is referring to, who God's chosen people are, and the fact that they are waking up is just absolutely amazing. And just shows you that, like I said, that fig tree is now producing fruit again, and a fig tree is the Most High's people. So let's take a little bit of this. Let's take a look at this trailer for a little bit here.
Every day, we go about our routines. Work, home, family.
And that's very true. I mean, that's everybody's. They go through their routines: work, home, family, and that's really the extent of everybody's existence. Vast majority of people's, that's their existence. Work, home, family, same thing again the next day. Work, home, family, same thing. 5 days, and you get your little weekend, you get your little barbecue, you get your couple little sports, get your little activities, you get your little parties, things like that, and then back to the same thing: work, home, family. And you go through your whole life going through this, and then when you come to the end of your life, you think that you've accomplished something. But then you end up just dying, and you go back to the spirit world just like you came, with nothing but the experiences or the things that you actually accomplished for the Most High. But most people will have no works for the Most High because they spent their entire life, working for the things here on this earth. Let's continue.
Work, home, family.
And this the main guy here in the movie keeps having nightmares and keeps can't sleep, and those nightmares are actually very telling. And the thing is, right now, many people are having nightmares, having dreams, and that's actually the Most High that's actually doing that. And there's actually scripture about that. And it's even, not only just, the Hebrews that have been awakened, or even the Hebrews that haven't been awakened are having dreams, but even the other nations are having dreams because something is coming. There's something huge that is coming. But we'll talk. I'm going to read a couple of scriptures that actually kind of go into that shortly.
Nightmare.
Work, home, family. Work.
Sleeping okay?
I don't understand why you won't get some help.
Because they're
And then his boss, realizes that he's kind of messing up at the job because he's not sleeping, and they want him to go to like a specialist to kind of help him, deal with these dreams that he's having. And in the first part of the movie, he talks about how, you know, he says, hey, what did he say? And the truth, once you knew it, would change everything. And that's really true, because as you realize the truth, you understand what the truth of what this place really is. Goes back to the last video, how the Most High, did create billions of people just to destroy them, how he doesn't care about everyone, and once you kind of grasp that concept, and when you start watching a movie like this, it'll start to make a lot more sense, so and what they did here in this movie is they try to wipe their memories. There was actually a huge war before between these synthetic beings or robots and the humans, and they tried to wipe their memory of this. And they would say happy and healthy society. How they get their happy and healthy society, they wiped them for that reason. So the only way, as they talk about it, the only way to have a happy society, healthy society, is to have an ignorant society. And that's really what this world does. They keep everyone ignorant, because if they don't know what's really going on, then they can live their life as usual, just like the days of Noah. If they don't know what's going on, then they'll just keep on marrying and giving in marriage and living their life. And then that's what, and even in the movie, that's what they did. They would wipe these synthetics or these robots, wipe their minds so they could actually live a happy, healthy life. And that's really, if you look at society, 99% of the people, they're totally clueless as to what's really going on. And this guy was seeing signs in the sky. He was seeing lights in the sky. And he would ask people like, hey, do you see what's going on up here? Do you see what the lights? They'd be right in front of them, and they wouldn't even look up, which is exactly what's going on even today. The Most High is putting all these signs all over the place, putting signs in the sky, and no one's even looking at it. I guess I saw, Rap the News put out a couple of videos. One was it looked like a planet or something close to the moon yesterday. Early this morning, I think he put that one out, and then he put out another video that showed like this white or red object that was in Greece. It looked like the moon, but it was turning white and red, and then it showed back up somewhere over here in the States, white and red, and it turned black. I would suggest you take a look at it. But there's all these signs all in the sky. There's Mars, and actually in the movie, the humans, when they had their first battle with the robots, they left and they went to Mars, and then they stayed there for 50 years, and then they came back after the 50 years to reclaim the land. Now, of course, you got 50 years is like a jubilee year or a jubilee cycle. So it's kind of making a reference to that jubilee cycle, and how, the humans or the other people are going to be coming back during the time of a jubilee year. So they kind of put that in there as well. And the fact that even right now we got Mars in the sky, and that's the planet representing war, and also representing the angel Michael, Archangel Michael. We read that about him standing up for his people in Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. You can read that on your own. So, like I said, there's all these different things that are going on, and the dreams, and something's coming. Like I said, many people today are having all these dreams. Okay, let's listen a little bit more. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch just a little bit of it.
You're gonna say it's in my head.
It is just in your head.
I think these dreams are the future.
And actually, the dreams actually ended up being the past. But as we know in the Bible, everything just repeats itself again and again and again. So just because it was our past, it's just showing again what's going to happen in the future. And what ended up happening, which was pretty crazy, was, these humans come back. They're trying to take over the earth again from these robots. And the thing was that all these robots had been had their memories wiped. So his wife ends up getting shot, and the human ends up trying to help him. So he goes to open up, the wife and try to heal the wound or whatever else. So when he starts to open up the wife, the husband's like, hey, be careful, be careful. So he opens her up, and then he looks. The husband looks and what's inside, and you could just totally see it was a machine. And the husband was just totally flabbergasted because he was like, oh my gosh, he thought he was a human, but come to find out he was just a machine, and he never even knew it. So in order to save his wife, he had to like open himself up so he could try to, use like a power source to save his wife. So he opens himself up and sees all of this, this machinery inside of him. So to come to find out, he wasn't even human, and he didn't even know that. Excuse me. He didn't even know that. He thought he was a regular human, but come to find out he was a machine. And that goes back to the last video as well, when a lot of people seem to think that, like, for example, the Most High cares about everybody. But come to find out that, the vast majority of people he doesn't care about. Because, like I said, he only cares about his people. Same kind of a thing. It's like it's like something that is totally, most people can't grasp that concept, that the Most High only cares about his people. And that actually these machines were made to be slaves, or to be servants to the humans. And the thing is, like, as you start reading the scriptures, you start to realize that a lot of the people that were actually made, were made to be servants and handmaids to his chosen people. So when you watch the movie, you'll see the same thing when they kind of having like a discussion about what to do with these robots. And they're talking about, we can destroy them whenever we want because they're just made to serve us. Well, the Most High made all the other nations to eventually serve his people. We've been serving everyone else for these thousands and thousands of years. So the Most High is going to switch that, and the other nations are going to serve us. Okay? So let me see here. Real quick before we continue, let's read about the Spirit actually being poured out on all flesh. And it's actually going to be poured out not only on his chosen people, but also the people who are meant to serve us. So you're going to start to see like a lot of Gentiles actually having dreams and about things to come. And like I said, they're not going to be good dreams, and let's get that real quick. This is, what's coming on the world is nothing nice. Let me find this for Joel chapter 2. Let's go down towards the bottom here. And 28. We'll start at Joel 2 and 28. And we're going to be probably 29 also. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. Now that's talking about the Hebrews are going to have dreams and things like that. Okay, about what's going to be coming on the world at the end. But check this out. This is for the Gentiles who are also getting dreams also. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids, in those days will I pour out my Spirit. So even just like in this movie, how, the synthetic, robot was actually getting dreams, same thing, because they were actually made to be the servants and handmaids of the true people. And so he's having these dreams and these visions. That's what it also talks about also in the scriptures. Again, Joel 2 and 29. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids, in those days will I pour out my Spirit. And check this out, just go to 30. And I will show wonders in heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. So people are going to be seeing a whole lot of things, death, destruction, people not, things not working out, with like not getting raptured. I've been seeing some videos about people not getting raptured. They're just so surprised that they didn't get raptured. They got left behind because they're like, well, we were Christians. We believe this, we believe that. We went to church on Sundays. We gave money to the church and we still got left. Yeah, because that's not what it's about. If you go to Joel 2 and 31, it says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And that's what's already happened. the sun turned into darkness. Talking about that, it's happened a couple times, but of course, I think that August 20th or August 21st of last year, and the moon to blood. These blood moons have been happening. One just happened right now before the great and terrible day of the Lord. So, all these things that people are having as far as these dreams are just showing what's coming. They're just giving a warning as to what is to come. And this movie really kind of gets into all that. Okay, let me get my notes here. Okay, let's watch a little bit more here.
What if something bad is coming?
Hold on, that's part I want you guys to see, because he sees these things, but then people can't see them. Like there, these stars, and they kind of like make like a circular motion, and people are right there walking around and don't even see it. And that's exactly what's happening today. There's all these signs in the sky, and people are not even looking, not even caring, just caring about their weekend and everything else. So you'll see a lot of these little things, hidden in the movie as you watch, because this is exactly how it is. The days of Noah, people are just totally lost in their own reality, and not seeing the reality. Is not seeing the fact that the Most High is trying to warn people, and He's using our people that's going to dream dreams, and also our servants and handmaids, just like in this movie, with the synthetics that were actually having dreams and seeing things as well.
You see that? You kidding? Of course I can.
What is that?
And there's the humans coming back, but see, they try to make it seem like they are the enemies, and that's what they're going to do with Yahushai and the angels. When they come back, they're going to be looked at as the enemy, because they're coming to bring order to the world. They're coming to bring justice to the world, and people that's not what they want. So yeah, see here. I'm gonna make sure I kind of go to that. At the end, um, the military is there. The humans are trying to come back and take over. And what's kind of crazy is this, is that you remember, like, a lot of the synthetics or the robots got their minds wiped. Well, some of them did not, because they were preparing for when the humans were going to come back. So they kept all their memories, so that they knew how to start to prepare for the invasion that was going to come in the future, which is exactly what you've been seeing, like with people, building up the military, building all these underground bases, having all these drills. They're having all these drills, not necessarily to fight each other. They're having all these drills to get ready to fight what's coming from the skies. They know exactly what's coming. Because, like I said, some people they never have their minds wiped, so they know exactly what's coming. So they're trying to prepare to fight, Mashiach Yahushua when he comes back with the angels. So that's what you're seeing. And at the end, they're taking a train, and they're trying to escape to their underground base. So as they are going on the train over a river, the bridge is like collapsing into the water as they go over it, and then they go into the mountains, and then the mountains kind of close up on them. So that was already foretold that these, the enemies of the Most High are going to go and hide themselves, in the rocks, when that day comes. And let's read that real quick. Revelation 6:15 through 17. Let me get that real quick. Okay. Revelations chapter 6, verse 15 through 17. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And that's what was going on here in the movie. The great day of wrath had come, and some of the people had been preparing. So, and that's what and they already getting their underground bases ready, getting all that stuff ready, and getting their weapons ready, practicing, having drills for what's to come, because they know exactly what's to come. They know it's a Jubilee year. They know that the Most High is supposed to be coming back during, sending his son back during that time period. There's all these people having dreams. Our own people are having dreams. The other nations are having dreams that are showing, that something huge is coming. The Most High has been giving his warnings in the sky, giving his warnings, with his people waking up. And then they're warning people, about what's to come as well. Okay, I'm gonna check my notes to make sure I got most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So like I said, that's pretty much it. What I want you guys to do is, if you have time, check out the movie. If you see some things that I kind of forgot, go ahead and put some stuff in the comments. Share it with the other people here, with our subscribers, so we can all kind of grow and kind of see what it is that we missed, and see if what else is in here. All right. All praises to the Most High Power. Again, I wanted to greet my earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. I pray you guys enjoyed this lesson. Shalom.